In this tutorial, we'll run through the hierarchy setup that the system uses to automatically retrieve CST code and tributary class for CBS, IBS, and IS taxes while working with the purchase order and sales order processes. Let's sign in to EnterpriseOne and access the Brazil setup from G76B menu. To set up the hierarchies for automatic retrieval of CST code and tributary class for CBS, IBS, and IS taxes, let us select Hierarchy for Tax Exemption Program from the VAT Tax Setup menu. On the Work with Tax Exemption form, we can see two checkboxes, one for IS tax and the other for CBS and IBS. We can select either of these or both at the same time to review records for the respective taxes. Now, let's look at the hierarchy options that can be defined using this program. These hierarchies determine how the system automatically fetches the CST code and tributary class when you run the sales tax interface, the purchase tax interface, as well as the bulk update of sales tax interface programs. For CBS and IBS, the hierarchies range from the most specific to the most generic. The most specific includes transaction nature, suffix transaction nature, ship to, fiscal classification, item number, and the effective date. The next excludes the fiscal classification. Then the third one excludes the item number from the first hierarchy. Then the next search uses transaction nature, suffix transaction nature, ship to, and effective date, and it goes in this manner as shown in this table. For the IS tax, this is the hierarchy of the fields for the automatic retrieval of the CST code and tributary class. Now let's click Add to enter a new record. The tax exemption form opens. Here, we can select this checkbox to enter record for IS tax type. When we select IS, the system enables the fields to enter IS related details. For our tutorial, we'll have it unchecked for us to create a record for CBS and IBS tax for sales order. Now, let's enter 511 as the transaction nature and 00 as the suffix transaction nature. Then enter 200023 in the tributary class. We can select it from the UDC 76B CX. Then click this Visual Assist for the CST code for CBS and IBS field. This opens the search and select for tax rule for CBS and IBS. You can search for the CBS code on the basis of any values that you know from these fields. We'll search with the tributary class 200023 and click Find. This retrieves the corresponding record. Select the record and click OK. Enter 000002 as the tributary class for regular tax or select it from the UDC 76B CX. Then click the Visual Assist for CST code for regular tax and then from the Search and Select form, search for the CST code based on any value that you know. We'll search for 000002 for tributary class and click Find. Then select the record and click OK. The system retrieves the corresponding CST code. Now let's enter the effective date and the expiration date and click OK. This creates a new record. Now, let's click Find to review the record. Similarly, you can select this IS tax type checkbox and create a record for the IS tax. We have already created it in the interest of time. And now when we search, we can see that the system retrieves two records. And the one for IS tax shows IS in the tax type column. You can select the record and make changes to the record in only these two fields. That is the CST code and tributary class for IS, and also the effective and expiration dates. Then for the CBS and IBS records, you can make changes to tributary class and CST code for CBS and IBS, and also the tributary class and CST code for regular tax, as well as to the effective date and the expiration date. This program also provides you with this copy option that you can use to create a new record. When we click copy, all the details from the selected record are retrieved into the respective fields. We can then make changes as required and click OK to save it as a new record. We can now click Find to verify that the new record is created for the details we entered using the copy option. This program also enables you to create multiple records for setting up hierarchies for CST code and tributary class at one time using the bulk update option from the form menu. With this, we complete setting up the tax hierarchies for CST code and tributary class for CBS, IBS, and IS taxes. To learn more about the Brazil tax reform, visit us online at learnjde.com. Thanks for watching.